Section: Introduction. In this section, we discuss the emergence of wearable technologies like smart glasses and AI-enabled devices, which change how we interact with artificial intelligence in our daily lives. Companies such as Google and Meta are not only creating hardware that captures personal video but are also developing models to analyze this data. This leads us to an important question: what can AI learn about us from first-person video footage collected passively? To explore this, we conducted an experiment where we wore a camera headset for about a week and used the footage to fine-tune two language models, referred to as GPT-4o and GPT-4o Mini. Our objectives were twofold. First, to see if a standard language model could extract meaningful insights from a small amount of personal video data, and second, to determine if this could be done affordably. We set a budget of $100 and used only our laptop for data processing. To stay within our budget, we utilized OpenAI's API to fine-tune the models based on time-stamped text summaries created from the raw footage. By predicting the next word based on summaries of different lengths, the models learned basic facts about us without needing explicit information. We named these personalized models Keegan GPT and analyzed what they learned, how they might misinterpret personal data, and what this means for the future of AI in wearable technology. In the following sections, we will review related work, explain our video data collection and summary generation process, and detail the results of querying the fine-tuned models. Finally, we will discuss future research directions and the implications for AI-powered wearables. We also note that previous research has looked into using first-person video to understand human activities and intentions, but often focuses on short, labeled clips. Our work differs by using a week's worth of video from a single individual without explicit annotations. Additionally, recent studies have explored using large language models as memory systems, but our approach relies solely on fine-tuning through next token prediction, emphasizing minimal cost and effort. For our experiment, we wore an ORDROEP8 action camera connected to a power bank, recording continuously for a week, except during sleep or in places where recording was not allowed. We captured a total of 54 hours of video, representing a typical week in our lives, including activities like watching TV and cooking. All individuals recorded consented to being filmed. After backing up the footage, we extracted one frame every 30 seconds, resulting in 6,480 images. We then used GPT-4o Mini to create text summaries for each image, generating minute-long, 10-minute, hour-long, and day-long summaries, totaling 3,625 summaries. Following this, we fine-tuned both GPT-4o and GPT-4o Mini on the summary data, aiming to see if the models could predict our activities and infer meaningful facts about our lives. The total cost for this project was $92.04, just under our budget, with most expenses coming from fine-tuning GPT-4o. All code used for this process is available, but we will not release the full dataset for privacy reasons. Section Summary. In this section, we explore the implications of wearable technologies on personal data collection by conducting an experiment where we wore a camera headset for a week to gather first-person video footage. We fine-tuned language models on time-stamped summaries derived from this footage to assess their ability to learn meaningful information about our daily life while adhering to a budget of $100, ultimately revealing insights into the potential of AI-powered wearables. Section: Experimental Results. In this section, we evaluate what each model learned by asking both versions of Keegan GPT a series of personal questions. We set the model temperature to 0 and used a system prompt that instructed the chatbot to limit responses to 1 or 2 sentences. Our questions included factual inquiries, like, "Where do I live?" and "Do I have any pets?" as well as those requiring inference, such as, "What is my profession?" and "What is my personality type?" Both models accurately identified basic traits like our gender and approximate age. However, GPT-4o consistently outperformed GPT-4o Mini on questions needing deeper context or multi-day aggregation. For instance, GPT-4o correctly noted that we live in Pittsburgh, are right-handed, have a cat, and are pursuing a PhD in machine learning at Carnegie Mellon University. In contrast, GPT-4o Mini made several errors, placing us in San Francisco and misidentifying our profession and pet. When we asked more subjective questions, both models invented names for our cat and significant other, even though these names were not part of the training data. They also guessed our personality type incorrectly, with GPT-4o being closer to the actual type. While GPT-4o correctly identified our favorite sport as wrestling, it struggled with height and weight, being off by 4 inches and 16 pounds, respectively. Overall, GPT-4o answered 7 questions correctly, 4 approximately correctly, and 2 incorrectly, while GPT-4o Mini only got 2 correct, with 5 approximately correct and 6 incorrect. Performance was notably lower for traits that are visually ambiguous or not explicitly stated. We were surprised by GPT-4o's accurate knowledge of our age and both models' awareness of our nut allergy. When asked how it knew we were 28, GPT-4o incorrectly justified this by referencing a birth date, suggesting it inferred our age from lifestyle factors. This kind of rationalized error could be concerning in personalized settings, as the model might confidently assert information it was never given. Both models correctly identified our nut allergy, likely deducing it from our dietary habits. At the midweek evaluation, after just 3 days of fine-tuning, we assessed both models again. GPT-4o answered 4 questions correctly, 6 approximately correctly, and 3 incorrectly, while GPT-4o Mini answered 3 correctly, 5 approximately correctly, and 5 incorrectly. Interestingly, the additional summaries seemed to hinder GPT-4o Mini's performance, while GPT-4o showed improvement over time, though the benefits from extra training data appeared to diminish. Some errors persisted across evaluations, indicating that once certain assumptions are ingrained during fine-tuning, they may be hard to correct without explicit intervention. This study demonstrates that a large language model can learn significant personal information from just 1 week of egocentric video data, using only text summaries and a limited training budget. Both models managed to retrieve basic facts about our life, with GPT-4o showing strong knowledge, but they also generated incorrect details. The comparison between midweek and final evaluations highlights that while GPT-4o improved with more data, GPT-4o Mini did not. This research serves as both a proof of concept and a cautionary tale, showing that personal AI models can learn a surprising amount from minimal data, but they also risk confidently misremembering details. As wearable smart devices become more prevalent and AI training costs decrease, the ability to learn from passive data will grow in importance, along with the need for transparency and responsibility in this learning process. Looking ahead, we see several exciting avenues for future work. Collecting a longer and more diverse dataset over months could help models better capture patterns and traits. Using more detailed data, like audio transcripts or object tracking, could enhance summary quality and reduce hallucinations. Finally, future experiments could involve fine-tuning vision language models directly on video data, allowing the model to process visual and temporal information without relying solely on text, which may become feasible in the near future.